All right, hey guys, hey, Miss Tiffany here. How are you guys? I'm here for today's live at 7 p.m. inside of our group. And today, actually, I'm excited because I am going to actually be interviewing my assistant teacher that I'm currently working with. And I've been at this school for maybe a little over a couple of weeks or so. So I'm super excited. I'm going to actually do an interview with her live. Today's live training will be with her. And you guys coming, if you're joining in live, let me know you're here. Comment in the comments. You know I love interacting with you guys. Christine, I hope you're back. All right, so Mary, I see that you're here, so I'm going to bring you on the video. Okay, Mary, it's adding you, so just give it a minute. Did you see the invite, Mary? Let's see. Okay, looks like it's connecting. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna actually be interviewing her, and she's gonna talk about how it's been since I've been at the new school inside of the classroom, and share with you guys her experience. Mary, oh my gosh. I listen. I told you about the technology earlier. We're gonna work on that.
Bad.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes. Awesome. So I do want to thank you for joining us live tonight to share your experience inside of the classroom since I've been there.
Yeah.
So we can go ahead and jump in. If you guys are watching, let me know you're watching. Comment. You know I love interacting with you guys. All right. So number one, Mary, kind of tell me about yourself, like as a teacher. How long have you been in the classroom?
So I've been working in childcare in general for probably about 9 years now. Um, and so I really started off just, working with like twos, and then I worked my way up to, doing preschool, and then I started doing after school. Then I kind of was going around as a floater there before I got into Georgia pre-K. And I believe it was the summer of 2021, they had brought me on as the assistant to be in Georgia pre-K. But before then, I had subbed in the room multiple times. So we've actually gone through, you are our fourth teacher now.
Okay.
In Georgia pre-K. So we've been through quite a few.
I was going to ask you too. Yes. So you've been through 4 teachers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, like you said, you've worked with several teachers before. And so how was working with me different? With all those years working with all the other teachers, how was this year going to be different?
The energy is just different. Like, the kids just adapted really well to you. Just the things that you brought into the classroom, just off rip, like you were just ready to dive right into it. Meanwhile, some people come in and they're like scared, or like, my biggest thing when I had heard that we were having a new teacher come on, and I was like, oh my gosh, children have already been through so much change. Are we going to get somebody else that's going to come in here and not be able to handle it and then leave, because that's, not out of the ordinary at that school. So, it's definitely a lot different. I think you definitely bring a different energy to the classroom. The kids love you. They love all the activities we do with you. And as you know, I'm not having to do double the work anymore, which is always
Right.
great.
Yeah. But I came in and I'm like, okay, we're going to eliminate this, this, and this, and this. And
Right.
this is how we're going to do
And it
it.
was perfect. It was perfect.
Awesome. So before I came, what were some of the things that you were struggling with before I came? Like that was just like a major putting a lot of stress on you. And yeah, why don't you tell us about that?
The biggest thing is that I was definitely overworked, and I was doing a lot more than what I was being paid to do, due to the fact that we had teachers who would come in and be really fiery off get, but then it's like you're with them for a minute and they start to kind of fall off. They don't really want to do as much, and then they see that I'm eager and willing to make activities and put games together and put small group together and all that good kind of stuff. And so then I end up doing double the work for the person that doesn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So for the last like 2 years that I've been in pre-K, I just feel like I've been really, really overworked. Like I said, doing way more than what I'm getting paid to do. And now I feel like I've actually been able to finally step back and breathe and finally kind of get back to what was normal before, and I'm finally not having to do these two jobs at one time, especially one that I don't get paid to do.
Right, right. No, I get that. I get that. So how do you think the students responded to the changes that I implemented in like a week-ish?
Responded great to it. I think, everybody was a little like hesitant at first, just,
Of
first
course.
days, and all the kids are kind of like, who is this? Where did she come from? What's going on? But they adapted to it very, very well within like the first couple of days, honestly. Once you kind of like started implementing that routine and everything like that, they responded to it great, and they love you.
Oh, I love it. I love them too. Cool. Okay. So, also, Mary, so I know you've seen some changes in the classroom that, have been great for the environment. What type of transformations are you seeing in the classroom with the kids, with energy, with the parents?
A good schedule and a good routine is like the most important thing for them, obviously. And so the fact that you came in ready with one without, having to dabble with too much, it's like we took a few days and then we got it down, and then it was like pretty much set from there. So, them having that routine and that structure was, obviously very, very good for them, and they responded to it really well. Just implementing all the different, tactics that you have, it's been working. You know what I mean? Like I said, the kids, that class can get wild, as you've seen. Very
Yeah.
wild very quickly. And so how you're able to just bring them all, kind of back down, when they're in the midst of, getting their crazy on and whatnot, you're able to bring them down and kind of get them to where they need to be able to focus and learn and, get going with the schedule and whatnot. So
I love it. I love it. I love it. So Mary, what are you kind of excited about for the remainder of the semester? I know I came in, beginning of first semester, beginning of second semester, and now it's like, okay, what's going to happen now that you see the changes that have been implemented? What are you excited for the remainder of the semester?
I'm excited just for change, just for something different. I'm excited, for more activities, more fun Fridays. I'm excited for all the different things that they are not used to having that they get to have now, because there was really only so much that I could offer as somebody that was doing both parts, and so I was really giving as much as I could as a lead, you could say. I was giving as much as I could, but I knew I wasn't able to give them enough, and so I feel like you came in right at the perfect time where everybody was able to get exactly what they needed, including the kids and myself and you as well, So, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so now let's talk about um how you're feeling now as opposed to before I came in the classroom. How do you feel overall in the classroom with, like, tell
I,
us about that.
I feel happier about coming to work for one. I think for a minute there, I was going through that little phase where like on my lunch break, I would like be scrolling through Indeed, you know, trying to find something different. Cause I was like, this isn't working for me anymore. Like I'm coming home extremely tired. You know, I have a 3-year-old child. And so I'm coming home to her as well and feeling like I can't give her much because, you know, work was exhausting me. Every day work was just exhausting me because I was having to put in the effort of 2 people, you know, and I had help from time to time, but it was mainly, you know, either people that would come in and sit on their phones and not want to interact with the children, or people who thought that the room was too much. And so they would ask to be moved to a different room. Then I would get another person come in there and they didn't want to help too much. So it was always something like that happening, you know? And yeah, I think I'm definitely a lot happier to come to work. I'm definitely looking forward more to coming to work. You know, you heard me, I was about to be out of there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm definitely a lot happier now, I would say, for sure.
Awesome.
Yes.
Love it. So, so overall, with everything, with me being there, implementing the changes and building the relationship with the kids and with the parents in just a short period of time, how was I able to take you from on the verge of quitting, like literally, to, okay, now I'm excited. I'm happy to be here. I want to come to work. I want to do these activities. I want to be there. And you don't go home feeling stressed anymore. You know, you have time for your daughter. How was I able to take you from that stage of quitting to now to where
You
you are?
you really came in and just had like this aura about you. Like I just knew that, you know, from at least like the middle of the first day, I was like, okay, this woman knows what she's doing.
On
Like
first day.
she knows how to run a classroom, you know, and that it brought goodness to my spirit. I was relieved. I was extremely relieved, especially from working with people who kind of tended to dump all of their things on me and all of their responsibilities on me. It was nice to have somebody that was going to come in and do their part and let me do my part. You know what I mean? And like the parents, you know, parents can be hard to please.
Mm-hmm.
But love you. The parents absolutely love you. When they come to pick up, you know, because I'm there until 5 o'clock. When they come to pick up at the end of the day, they're like, oh my gosh, we saw the videos today. Like everything looks so fun. They're having so much fun. They're doing so good. Like we're so happy about this new change. So everybody's been responding really well to it. And that's what means more to me than anything, is that the kids are good, the parents are good, we're good, and it's great.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. 100%.
Yes, ma'am.
So what would you tell any other teachers who are on the fence about like investing themselves and having a coach for their classroom? Like if they're on the fence, they're like, oh, I feel, they're feeling the same way you felt, but they're on the fence about getting help to see the changes that you've seen in such a short period of time. What would you tell teachers?
Listen, if I can learn from her in person, you need to be learning from Miss Tiffany. Okay, if I can learn what I'm learning in person from her, you need to be hopping onto her lives. You need to be hopping onto all of her stuff and getting this knowledge from her, because she knows what she's doing. So that's definitely what I would recommend for sure.
Awesome. Well, Mary, thank you so much for your time after hours.
Yes, ma'am.
I really appreciate it. It means the world to me, and I am just as thankful to have you as my assistant teacher in the classroom. I'm just as happy and just as excited because you are amazing.
Thank
so
you.
I look forward to us continue working together for the remainder of the semester and longer.
Yes, ma'am.
So, but other than that, you have a wonderful evening, Mary, and I will see you tomorrow for our Fun Friday, our first one ever.
Yes, ma'am. I'll see you in the morning.
All right, see ya.
Have a good
Bye. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.